I'm going to start today with an interview with Tony Rozaye. So with that being said, we're going to get straight into it. How are you doing, Tony?
I'm good. I'm happy to be here.
Glad to hear it. Real quickly, just shout yourself out so everybody can, follow up with you, see what you have going on, all your social medias and things of that nature.
Of course, I go by Tony Rozaye. Y'all can find me on Instagram, Tony.Rozaye, Rozaye. You can find me on Spotify, Apple Music under Tony Rozaye.
Fire. So to get really just quickly into this, the first thing that I'm going to ask you is pretty calm. The song that we're going to listen to after the interview is called Broomsticks. And I feel like it's really indicative of the intense, aggressive style that you have with making music. Where does that come from? And is there like a specific message to it, or that's just kind of what you enjoyed creating?
Usually I do a lot of my music helps me channel a lot of like my negative emotions. So like anger, I have some music that's kind of depressing. I talk about addiction a lot because I have, fought with addiction before. So, that's where it usually comes from.
Got you. So that aggression is really helping you almost like heal and channeling those things in real life that
exactly.
Can sometimes get us down. I feel you.
Yeah.
So I told you that I was going to come for you a little bit before we hopped
on.
Yeah,
I'm ready.
So I have to ask you about this fucking sex doll, bro.
Oh.
Where the fuck did this bitch come from? What is her name? What is her story? Like, I need to know all of the details.
So she came from a sex store on Junyoung. She's born and raised in Orlando. Her name's Tanya.
Tanya, okay.
I love her, yeah. I brought Tanya out at first as like a prop. Mm-hmm. Like a long time ago in Orlando, if you're like from the city and everything, you've been to Soundbar or Back Booth, what it was called back in the day. Yeah, R.I.P. But they used to have a sex doll. And they used to have all the major artists sign it before they leave.
Okay.
So like I remember performing and someone threw it on stage and I used to use her like to crowd surf. I forgot what her name was. I think it was like Becky or something like that. And I got it from that idea. I just thought about it like I'm like my music is kind of like very like outlandish. Like some of the stuff I say in my music is
shock value.
Yeah,
a little bit,
you
right.
feel me? So I'm like, you know what? Let me like pull this out as something to like just drive people. Well, I went downtown with her a couple times and people knew me as the guy with the sex doll walking around downtown.
That is fucking hilarious. So, okay, here's a kind of interesting question. Did you buy the sex doll before you had this idea, or did you already have
it? No. I had the idea a while ago, and then I forgot what I was doing, but I was on my way to one of my boys' house. It was the day of a show. I was on the way to a show, and I was like, yo, I've been thinking about this sex doll, but I haven't got around to buying it. Mm-hmm. So on the way there, I looked up if there was a sex store on the way, and there was one on the way. And I stopped and bought her. They're expensive, by the way.
So her debut was at a show?
Yeah.
Wow. And what was the response? Did people, like, realize that you were kind of, like, paying homage to Soundbar, or was it just like, holy shit, homeboy has a fucking sex doll?
Yeah, that's usually how it was. You had to be at Soundbar to
get
really,
that
reference, you feel
right?
me? So... yeah, but a lot of people, when I pulled up to the show, a lot of people were laughing at it, but like, I was holding her on stage with me while I was performing. I threw her in the crowd a couple times. People liked it.
It's definitely, like you said, that shock value aspect of it. There's definitely a lot. You can have a whole bunch of conversations about the sex doll, to be honest with you.
I can talk about it all day.
I want to see more content with her. I feel like I saw one video where she was kind of talking. And I feel like we need more of that. I feel like we need Tanya to speak more. We need to hear
her voice.
Hear her voice. Yeah, like I'm really interested in what the fuck Tanya is thinking. Like I really am. I'm like, what? Yeah. So the last question that I have for you to kind of wrap things up, what is something that you cannot go to the studio without? And you cannot say alcohol or marijuana.
Okay, yeah. I always stop at the store. I always grab a water. I kind of stopped this because I was on a diet, but I used to always get a milkshake before, right? And it's because my boy, shout out Wambino, he told me apparently like when you drink dairy, it helps your vocal cords.
Total opposite, but we're gonna just give that to him. Ignorance is bliss. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, whatever. But yeah, that's what I heard, and I mean. whatever. I yell a lot, so
Oh, it probably actually
Yeah,
did
'cause-
help
'cause
you
it-
like
yeah.
coat your throat a little bit.
exactly. Yeah, like the moisture and everything.
Yeah. Okay, I see you. I see you. So with that being said, before you shout yourself out again, what do you want people to know before they hear Broomsticks?
It's featuring my boy Arson. He's from Florida too. I think he's more southern Florida though. But yeah, this song, I had it with the intentions of having somebody else on it,
Mm-hmm.
but I just heard this guy and he did just the way he raps just fit it perfectly and kind of my sound. So
Amazing. Well, once again, just really quickly shout yourself out.
again, I go by Tony Rozaye. Y'all can find me anywhere on Instagram, Facebook, Apple Music, Spotify. I'm everywhere. Google, y'all can Google me.
Period. Well, with that being said, y'all are going to be listening to Broomsticks by Tony Rozaye. Enjoy.